When the invitation came, you were hip-deep in Lemure slime, swarmed by hell wasps, and about to drive the killing blow on a magma claw. Cutting through the dreadful buzz of the wasps and the screams of the damned, a familiar, comforting voice echoed in your mind. Withers, you requested your attendance in Faerun, to gather with your friends and allies, those who stood against the Absolute at your side.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
Ooh, I get to talk to everyone.
I cannot remember the last time I heard the ballad
bears.
of the endless spring performed.
There's a face I know.
Now there's a ditty worthy of a knee slap.
Do you think she'll sleep with a
Starting to wonder if you'd show up. Honestly, so have I. Oh, come here, will you? It's been forever. You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it. I suppose I do, don't I? I'm glad you seem well. Trudy.
who, Shadowheart? I think because I went to Avernus, but I never had the romance option.
I had no doubt, but I'm glad to hear you say it all the same.
Yeah, I have to play the game again so I could romance her.
Wandering, mostly.
It's facts.
The adventuring life is almost a tonic when you're not constantly threatened by brain monsters and cultists. I can finally see the world beyond the cloister. Peace and quiet will still be there waiting once I've lived a little. Though, don't get me wrong, I've got a little cottage with a garden and animals in mind already. One of my first stops was the House of the Moon in Waterdeep. It's the largest temple of Selûne in existence. It seemed like the perfect spot to reflect on my parents, on where they came from.
Well, I initially romanced Lae'zel, but then I broke up because I thought I could
Hard to imagine, isn't it?
go with other people.
In the lair of the Moon Witch herself.
I wouldn't have.
God, your truest act of heroism was putting up with all that char and drivel I was spouting for so long. Oh, I know they are. I can still sense them, I think. And one day we'll be reunited. Well, I've had run-ins with my former fellow Sharans on a couple of occasions. Word seems to have spread of what happened at the cloister. Now other chapters of Shar worshippers see me as a prime target to offer up to their lady as a sacrifice. Don't worry. I know their tired old tricks better than anyone. They'll need more than a hooded cloak and poisoned blade to best me. Especially when I have a friend on the inside keeping me abreast of their predictable little plans. None other. The matter of her faith and allegiances remains complicated, let's say. But she is still my oldest friend. I have hopes that perhaps she might turn from Shah entirely given time. But that's a decision she will have to make for herself. If that day comes, I'll be ready. I don't know. Which is just the way I like it just now. Perhaps I'll just stick a pin in a map and see what I find, or head to the docks in the morning and scrounge a berth to find somewhere new. I'd like to see the islands, maybe, or head south to Arm. I heard there's an enclave of werecats that hunt the followers of dark gods by moonlight. I'd love to see if there's any truth to that. But enough about me. What have you been up to?
Yes.
Don't be a stranger.
It just says leave.
I've missed wine. Had to resort to making my own cider every... Oh, twist my arm and break it.
Gotta
Why
get
don't
200.
you?
Necessary. I think I'm gonna be up for another hour. Yeah, I guess, yeah, it's one way because I'm in a lithid. That makes sense.
That hit the spot. You might be onto something there. Though, don't...
But wait, but then how am I asking questions? Am I speaking into her mind?
What's cooking?
Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna stay up for 5 years.
You see, Boo? I told you our friend was near. Boo! We are not dreaming. It is our old friend. Oh, and it is good to be seen. Oh, after so many days down in the dark, Minsk began to wonder if he was some blind bug who had only dreamed himself to be large and bulksome. You will forgive the aroma, I hope. We were not expecting the Dusty One to open a portal to our very cell. Boo had a moment to lick himself clean, but there is a little too much of Minsk to cover.
Oh, so he's been in jail.
Minsk and Boo have been helping, of course. We guard the streets, while Jahira is occupied with harperish matters. The Zentarum rule the city's underbelly, so Minsk and Boo went to give them a tickle. There were harsh words, battle cries, some manner of head wound. We awoke in a Zentish cell, awaiting trial by noble combat. Execution, says Boo, though I am not sure of the difference. It is a long walk to the gallows, and Minsk still has his fists, no? The Zentarum rule the city's underbelly. We awoke in a Zentish cell, awaiting trial by no... It is a long... But how have you filled your days, since we tore this sticky tyrant from the sky? Oh, Boo, do you know what it would mean? To find a cure for Karlak's heart? Exactly! Her heart would be cured! Oh, when this day comes, you must come and bunk with Minsk and Boo. There is much merriment to be made before the night is done. Go, and greet the others. Minsk shall make himself presentable. Ah, this pond shall do nicely, Boo.
Oh, Shadowheart's chowing down now.
The whole gang is here. Wish I had time to polish up the horns.
Well, that's funny that the only thing I have is
Rank. I take
hold on. Do I have animal speak? Let's get that.
Amicus animatus.
Friend? Friend! You came! Big brother Scratch, too! Happy.
A owl bear.
Yes. Miss this. More. Yes. Miss this. More. Yes. Big. But Scratch is smart. Teaches me many things. Like Big Brother. Lots. Make friends with a turtle, a cat, a kraken. Kraken eats my cat friend, so I bite, kill. With shiny clothes, I am strong. Tired now. Want sleep. Want cave. Nice lady.
There you go. Go on to Shadowheart. Right, before we get to the humans, we gotta go to Scrat.
A familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak around the thing he has in his mouth.
I found this. It smelled like you, so I kept it. Seemed like something you might like to throw. Oh, I've been so good. I've got a nice home in the city now. A girl named Mindy says I'm her best friend. She's mine too. Also you and Albert. I've got so many best friends, I hardly know who to play with. I certainly have, and I always will. Forever, I think. And so will you. You know best, but a little fetch never hurt any.
And these people. Well, some of the people.
you can just dye all your clothes. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if it matters because I'm in a lithid. Already look cool.
The Hell's Walker returns. For 2 months, Orpheus trained me in the ways of the comet. For 2 more, I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo. I never imagined we'd be standing toe-to-toe on this day, in this place. Nothing but allies, I always told myself. A necessary partnership. But in spite of every strained word, every barbed glance, seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head. It's nice to hear it. It has taken all of Orpheus's efforts to conjure my projection, and all of mine to convince him to let me come. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This... Fey Run. Shractalor. I wouldn't expect you to. The capital city of the Githzerai, an exiled people, once kin with mine, until the madness of civil war ripped our one sky into 2. Algish sent word of the rebellion to their god king Zareth Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance. My blade is keen as ever, But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge.
Hey.
Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. Minyara Gith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am a warrior of the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free. But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm. Soon, when the comet has risen, when the Lich Queen has crumbled to dust, I miss this place. More to the point, I miss you. I wouldn't even deny it with Vlaakith's vorpal blade at my neck. Though, I'd rather it not come to that. Now go, mingle a bit. That's the word, right? Mingle.
Who should we
I'll be
talk to
back
then?
one day. The Overgod himself couldn't keep me away.
Hey, Dell's chilling. We've got Astarion, Halson, Volo. There's a lot of people to talk.
Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation. Busy as ever. Better that than the reverse, wouldn't you say? Every major publishing house on the Sword Coast has been vying for my upcoming book on the subject of our adventures together. I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think? Me. It's all Volo as far as I'm concerned. Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you. Your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend.
That is why I wasn't as enthused to talk.
Well, now. You can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to. Your higher form has brought with it some higher manners, then. How nice to be understood again. I have spent the past months bickering with builders and bankers, all to restore the city exactly as it was. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers, same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon, same cisterns overflowing, huh? Baldurians simply get on with it.
From this waffle?
Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three, but nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two, if they don't expel her. Again. There is still much to do. People to house, a Harper network to rebuild. I may have little love for this city, but so long as my family chooses to serve it, I can do no less. For all your travels, I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means to you. Ah, sentiment. With the greatest affection, I can think of better ways to sour our stomachs. I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
I'd take rats
Okay,
over
we've
this
got
any day.
Astarion, Will, and Halsey.
Were we scrounging in
I think we'll
dark
end with
places,
Astarion
supplies when
as
he
far
could
as
source
dialogue.
things?
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now, our paths cross once more. We have all pined for each other's company, I sense. I cannot imagine otherwise after what we shared. That bond was forged in a crucible that can never be stoked again, Oak Father willing. It is a bond that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can, for I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day.
Each day.
I always do. Should I ever decline, assume a doppelganger
Yo, hugs
has
all
taken
around,
my
alright?
place.
We're out here hugging. Don't turn into a bear on me now.
That was more than worth the wait.
Think you'll do it with an illithid?
How thoughtless of me. Come here.
I got him to kiss a tentacle man. That's right, kiss my bald flabby.
There it is. That is what I've been missing. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing. In that case, very well. Our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to
Wait, I gotta
those
talk to
who
Will and
remember them.
Carlac too.
The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Rythwin have been repurposed into new homes, and the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together. In a manner of speaking, yes. Though it is a more complex, evolving beast than I could ever have anticipated. True balance is no simple, fixed thing. I see that now. We welcome folk from all walks of life. Anyone who wishes for a new start. Naturally, it can be chaotic at times, but it is a thrilling sort of chaos. It thrives in ways I could never have dreamed of. You are welcome whenever you like, and for however long you please. Now, please, tell me all, and spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see. My charges. Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake.
Hey, yo.
You would ask to be tucked in next. But whatever the intrepid adventurer needed, I would have been glad to provide. I am all ears, though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image. You have kept yourself busy.
That was
I
a fast
expected
talking
no
about
less, in truth. I shall be able to keep the children enthralled for a few more nights yet, thanks to you. And should you wish to retell of your exploits in person, well, I shall not object to a night off. Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else. I spend half my days in ursine form. The children demand it. I had a score of them taking turns riding upon my back just days ago. I'm glad they are so comfortable with the Oakfather's creations. But they must learn that not all are as amiable as I am. A lesson for another time, though. They deserve some joy.
Yeah, get some rest, Landon. I appreciate you hanging
As
out,
for
man.
roaming,
I'm gonna wrap it up as soon as I'm done with all
impulses
these.
dwindled, I must
I
admit.
just figure, you know, you gotta see them all.
Perhaps because I have found where I am meant to be. Quite often. They ask after you often. What you did for them will never be forgotten.
Okay,
I can
for
see
sure.
it in the land all
I
around
appreciate
me.
that.
But more importantly, I see it in their faces whenever they visit. To make a child smile is to dabble with the power of gods, as far as I'm concerned. Before you go, I have something for you. Just a little keepsake, really. Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle? I made this.
What is it, bro?
Ducks are my favorite, but I thought they were particularly fitting in this case. They are migratory birds, of course, traveling far and wide with the turn of the seasons. Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong. Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company. Just a token to remember me by. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on. Enjoy the festivities. We can speak again later.
All right. Let's see Will's dance.
There you are, my friend. Breathe deep.
Actually, I have to
Can you
do a
smell
check.
You take in every scent the night breeze carries. Sweet honeysuckle, tender violets, and an earthy fragrance you can't quite recognize.
Forest trees draped in moss. Bittersweet, smoky, and that faintest hint of vanilla. A far cry from the rancid Avernus heat that's been clogging my lungs. I swear, the three of us have felled enough Cambions to build a fortress with their horns. Who'd have thought that just one of those fiends held the key to escaping Avernus for good? If those blueprints work, we might be able to fix Karlach. and she might be able to go home to Faerun. I've seen him more than a few times, and he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the Flaming Fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last Fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's teaching the Fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart. I think the splinters I made out of the last bone devil I saw speak for themselves. Not to pat myself too hard on the back, but I'm not such a bad ranger if I do say so myself.
Honestly, that's interesting.
Well, that's enough hell talk, or wasting any of the wine for that matter.
I remember
Goodwill.
we had to eat 14 apples,
Actually,
fish heads, and a stale loaf of bread just to get by.
what the hell are you, bro? I don't remember you. We'll do a Starion, then end on it.
Well, look who decided to turn up. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. And look at you, straight from the hells, still reeking of brimstone. I take it you've been having fun. Understandable, but try to resist the urge. I don't want to know what your clothes have been through since we last met. Although I do like the style. Tortured armor never does go out of fashion. I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero. It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it. Let's not get carried away, darling. I'm still me. Perhaps more me than I've ever been. Hardly. Good people don't spend as much time lurking in the dark as I do. You know, it's funny. At first, I thought I was trapped by the shadows, cursed to live in them forever. But in time, I realized that darkness is as much a part of me as my fangs. This is only a curse as long as I refuse to embrace the shadows. So, I decided I would. I decided not to be defined by the choices other people made, by what other people did to me. My past may be done, but my present, my future, they're mine. This is who I am, in all my glory, for better and for worse. That being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am happy. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.
See you later, Dad. Okay, and that leaves the fan favorite, the reluctant scourge of Havana.
Oh, shit. my God! He wasn't kidding. Where's your mad bastard? You brought us back! Commander Zula won't know where the fuck we went! Ha! Oh man, I can't wait to say hi to everyone. Look at them, the beauts. Rest up, soldier. My tin can will be all right for the night. And you and me will get to sleep with both eyes shut for the first time in 6 months? Always.
Gotta hug everyone. Gotta get all the hugs.
Here, here. Enjoy it, soldier. You've earned it. She's got a knight in her, I think. Any trouble and I'll toddle back off to... Oh, hey. Before you go, I've been thinking about those blueprints we found.
Blueprint?
Zariel's probably got a load of Cambions guarding that forge. I'm sure she knows I'll want in. She'll do anything to stop me from fixing this thing. I might have an in with one of the guards, though. An old acquaintance called Flo. Not sure she'll help us, but maybe. We might get to come home. Permanently. Maybe even sooner than we think.
All this stimulating conversation leaves you hungry. To speak is not enough. You wish to explore the brain of your friend with your beak. You consider Karlak's brainstem, the stalk meant to regulate her body's temperature. Will it come pre-cooked?
Yeah, apparently that's a thing that just kicks in randomly.
This is highly illogical. There are plenty of other craniums awaiting your suction. And this is a prize ally. And besides, this brain before you, its endorphins are in a joyous flow. It is a wonderful scent. The odor of friendship.
Okay, game. Just randomly trying to have me kill my favorite. Fucked up, bro.
This one night thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate. Until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel? I am pleased to hear it. The satisfaction of one's intention is, to my surprise, a rare accomplishment. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much. What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen.
Interesting.
The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready. For thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving. To you.
Look at Withers putting this old dinner together. Yo, what was that achievement I just got? Oh, Ceramorphous. 8% of people have it. Make the ultimate sacrifice. Become a mind flayer to defeat the Netherbrain. Yo, a 20% of people have completed the game. Oh, and I did get an achievement for killing the red dragon. Okay, that was worth. John, keep that in mind. You gotta kill a dragon to get an achievement. Yo, thank you, sir. I don't want to click it. I don't want to. It is also realistically 1:40, so I need to get to sleep. We're gonna scroll. Yeah, no. I'm saying there's an achievement for killing the red dragon specifically. I know you like your achievements. Yo, all of these people, this is all of the great things in the world, all the love, all the support. Larian absolutely made an insane game. Not even a game year, but a game of the decade. I don't know if it's number 1 for the day. Absolutely insane. All right, we're gonna see this post-credit screen. Then it's gonna be bad. I just want to see how so working on. Oh my gosh. Bum, bum. I was wondering, this is a question for Landon tomorrow. Oh, wait. Nice little messages. Oh. I'll have to ask Landon, what happens if you don't unlock Withers in act? Are you able to respec? Like, is there any solution for that, or are you just fucked? Oh, you do find him later on? Okay, that's interesting.
There thou art, the dead three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
Damn, Withers. Ooh. He's like, nah, you guys suck. Alright. Let's see. That is it for sure. I'm just gonna check. Reunion camp quick saves. Before I ate some brains. Yo, that is it. Yo, it is bedtime. Thank you, John, Waffle, anybody else still here, watching YouTube, etc. I super appreciate, obviously, we've been at this for like 2 or 3 months. Incredible game. I will be playing it. I don't think I'll be streaming it, aside from the tactician playthrough that I have, you know, whoever wants to get some more time on that. But that may change down the road. Next game I'm going to play is Dragon Dogma. Comes out the 22nd. So keep your eyes out for that. I'll figure out what's in the meantime. Next week, actually, I'll be out of town, so I won't next week. But yeah, again, the game is absolutely studios. I wish I had spent game. Damn. I don't know if you can upgrade to the premium and stuff, but because they deserve every penny. I played Divinity Original Sin 2. That was a phenomenal game. Oh, yeah, the noise gate. Well, you know what? It wouldn't have been a stream without it. But the point is, you know, Larian did an incredible job. I wish I had paid more money for this. I'd even upgrading to premium, because they deserve every penny for making quality games like Divinity 2 Original Sin I played, and then this one. So anyway, I'm gonna go to bed now. It's that time, John. You get some rest. I know you're gonna stay up for 3 more hours, but you know, you probably got stuff to do tomorrow. Wink, wink. But anyway, have a good night, y'all. Dragon Dogma in like 3 weeks. I will see you then. Before then, but then. All right. Good night.